Good morning, family. Today, I wanted to talk about a download that I had received regarding the Matrix. And I hate to say download, but that's what it feels like sometimes. I, I'm, you just don't know. When I started waking up, I would feel like I was, especially when I was sun gazing, I would feel like I would see like different, I can't even describe the coding that would come down, and I could see it. It was sort of like the Matrix. That's the only way I can describe it. And then all of a sudden, I just would be knowing things that I didn't know before, or accessing memories that I never had before. And all this is quite new to me. It's starting to fit the time. It's starting to fit the topic of what you feel that's going on around here in the world. So I want to talk a little bit about the Matrix, especially with our people, because we have so many ties and so many oppositions, and it's very hard for us to get in tune with nature. It's very hard for us to get in tune with anything when we have the challenges of daily life. And, you know, by now we should know working, whatever it is that you do, and then going to church on Sunday, nothing is improving, nothing is working. I mean, don't get me wrong, we have some people that have a pretty decent living, but what about the spiritual aspect? If there is no fulfillment, you know, we have to start seeing things for what it is. And it's high about time that you wake up. And part of waking up is also not consuming in the death and the agony of animals. I've been vegan for about maybe over 7 years, maybe over a little over 7 years. And it wasn't even a choice. I had never thought about becoming vegan or stop eating meat or anything like that. I think it was part of the activation that some of us are going through. One day I woke up and I went to the gym or whatever it is that I do, and then I stopped at Subway and got a sandwich, and I ate it. And as soon as I ate it, I threw it up. It was a chicken sandwich, actually. And I kept trying different things. Oh, try fish. Nothing would stay down. And so I said, well, maybe I'll just give meat a break for a while. And I did, and I never went back. But I noticed as I stopped eating meat, my awareness, my thinking abilities, they all changed. And becoming vegan is definitely spiritual, because we have to realize how energy works. Energy never dies, it just transfers. So the agony that the cow or the chicken suffers from when they're being slaughtered is transferred directly to you. Why do you think we have some of the most hostile situations, at a barbecue? Some of us get to cutting up and acting up. We have to start looking at things. Our bodies are different. Just because another race eats meat and things like that, it doesn't affect them the way it affects us. Our vessels are different. We have a connection with nature and a connection with the universe that these other people don't have. So sure, just imagine this. You have the Asian community. They eat so much pork, like Hawaiian, Pacific Islander. They eat a lot of pork. But if black people was to consume pork like that, we get heart disease, clogged arteries, amputations, high blood pressure. Our vessels are not meant for that. This is why a lot of Western medicine doesn't work on us, because our chemical makeup, our body makeup is not like theirs. And they know this. But yet and still, they push Western medicine on us. We're still taking our kids to get pumped full of lead with the immunizations. We know, deep down inside, we kind of know something's wrong, but we do things because it's by routine. It's not because of knowledge or anything like that. When is the last time that you heard of a polio outbreak or something like that? Those things are not threats, but these are things that they put in our mind so we can. I'm taking my baby to get her shot, and we sit there and let them stab our babies, excuse me, with those needles while the baby is crying, and we think that we're doing our duty when in fact all those toxins, and I'm not talking about people that are a different race, because melanin absorbs. They know that those things attack melanin worse than any other race. This is why it's full of toxins. It's full of, I'm talking about fish embryo, anything you can think of is in those shots. And, you know, my mom did it to us. I did it to my kids before I woke up. But now we're dealing with the end result. What they're trying to create, we already know that. I mean, you have all kind of people that outed the immunizations from the CDC that wind up dead and things like that, that it causes autism, especially in children of color with melanin. And what they're trying to do is create a species of human that have no emotions, that are easy to control, that are docile and don't think for themselves. Ponder this idea. Everybody, when you say fluoride is good for your teeth. Why? Fluoride is a classified neurotoxin. We all know that even Hitler used fluoride in the water in his concentration camps to make the people docile. So why on earth would you put it on your teeth or in your mouthwash? Or when you take your kids to the dentist, they give them a fluoride treatment. And then somebody say, oh, it's in dosages. No, it's not. Poison is poison. There's no need for fluoride, but we just do it because it's part of the matrix, because that's what they told us. Same thing at religion. I don't know if you guys ever bought up pictures of Jesus Christ. He's holding up this sign with his hand down, doing the same thing that the Baphomet is doing, the demigod Pan. They all do the same. All these things are connected. The biggest trick was for them to get us to worship the devil or Satan. I don't like to say the devil because Satan. All of this is connected. No matter what religion you're practicing, you're still worshiping the same deity. And all these things are connected to Saturn. And I'll go deeper into that as I do my videos. All these things are connected to Saturn. You got Saturn, Satan, Santa Claus. All these things are in alignment with each other. In the movie, they actually tell us in the movies what's really going on. Like the Matrix, Avatar. It's sort of like these beings that are controlling the planet. They're not able to manifest anything because manifestation is up to us. This is one of our given talents inside of our vessels. They are able to make us manifest things by planting seeds or spreading propaganda or putting things in movies. And once we all think about it enough, it manifests into this reality and they're able to manipulate it. But they're not able to manifest anything. They're able to influence us to manifest things, and then when we manifest them into this reality, they manipulate them. So we have to start breaking our contracts that we made. If you used to be a Christian, if you used to be in Catholicism, we have to realize when you commit to something or when you practice something, these are contracts, and these are soul contracts that have to be broken. You can move on to something else, but you're still tied down. I know you had situations where, I used to do this. It doesn't work for me anymore, especially when your level of consciousness rise. The frequency that you used to operate in will no longer work for you. If just say, for instance, you used to lying about a certain thing and it always worked for you. And then once you became more conscious or your frequency changed and you tried that same old trick, it didn't work because those frequencies are dead for you. If you're not operating in that frequency, the things that you used to do in that frequency, it won't work for you. So we have to start looking at our connections, and our connections as black people, melanated people. Our connection is to the universe and nature. And this is what we need to get back to. You don't need anybody to teach you. That's actually one of the scriptures in the Bible. You need any man teach you. No, none of these people could teach us when we are the ones that have the direct connection to the cosmos. They can't tell us nothing. The truth resonates in you once you hear it. It'll activate and you will know, because these are things that are deep with you. I think it's one of those scriptures in the Bible, the word is hidden in thy heart or something like that. The truth resides within us. And once we remember or someone activates it, it becomes activated. So we have to start thinking in terms of what do we do different? Because believe it or not, people, this place here is a soul trap. You reincarnate here, your memories are wiped. You don't know what the hell happened before. And you think that you believe that you were here to get married and work and pay taxes and die and leave your things to your kids or whatever. That is not why we're here. I mean, we have to start digging deep inside. I mean, if God or whatever that you believe in is infinite, all-knowing, could do anything, why would he limit us to a world where you could only, travel to as far as Dubai and England or whatever, and that's it? I mean, you have to take the brakes off the creativity and expand your mind. This is the only way you're going to be able to advance and evolve as a soul. These entities and these beings, they know more about us than we do, because we're too caught up in worrying about the stuff that concerns life. During Vietnam, when a lot of Black people were getting killed and their bodies were being shipped back home, they started to discover that all of the Black men that were shipped back, that were dead, that were deceased, their pineal glands were not calcified. But all the other races that came back from Vietnam and their bodies were dead when they performed the autopsies, all their pineal glands were calcified. See, we have to understand that our vessel is completely different. Our body is completely different. We are completely different. So if this vessel that we're in, it's one of the most strongest, most adaptable, most connected vessel here on this earth, what type of soul inhabits that vessel? You have to know that that soul that inhabits that vessel is a higher up in hierarchy soul that inhabits this kind of vessel that we're in. They study melanin. They have conferences about melanin, but we don't think nothing of it. We look at it as, it just protects us from the sun. No, it's way more than this. Our eyes have melanin. Our eardrums have melanin. Our organs have melanin. We actually even see different spectrums of color. We hear different sound spectrums than the other people without melanin. We have a totally different experience of this reality because of the melanin than other. To wake up, we have to get over ourselves and get out of this. Everything that we don't understand is dynamic or witchcraft. We have to move past it. We're getting left behind, and we're the ones that's supposed to be leading this shit here. We're the ones supposed to be leading it. The amount of ignorance that is being pushed over our head, and we're some of the most brilliant, most beautiful, talented people there is. Our skin is, we have different shades of skin, is so beautiful and so rich. We have beautiful lips, beautiful nose. Everything that they told us to make us self-hate, so we will propagate into their agenda of destroying us. We are the leaders. We are the ones that were here living in peace and harmony for eons until these beings came and decided to, just destroy everything. But we're coming into the age where our people are waking up. The age of Aquarius is here. We're back to where we're going to be great. And a lot of us are waking up, and we're not going to have it. I can go on, but I don't want to keep switching topics. I just like to talk about the things that are on my mind, or the things that I received. I'm out here in the sun. Most of us don't get this pleasure. We're at work inside of an office all day, but we can't even connect to the the cosmos and to nature. And it's just a really bad thing. But people just hang in there. We're going to start waking up. And this is not something that's years out. This is something that is happening. It's happening now in the spirit world. I'm just waiting for it to spew out here.